Good morning, and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, 22nd April 2025. Aries, a desire to make a big purchase might tempt you to extend your credit cards and clean out your savings. You aren't one that usually acts on impulse, so don't do it today. Make the purchase if you really feel you need it and it's going to cause a major setback in your financial situation. Ensure that your pleasure in this item won't offset guilt in you. Taurus, home might be a lonely place tonight. The other members of your household may be out or out of town. You might not feel up to any carousing, so you will probably choose to stay home and read or watch TV. Your natural inclination to isolation could cause you to feel abandoned. Call a friend and talk for a while. That will make you feel more like yourself. Gemini, usually you're quite social, but today you feel like nothing more than working alone. Notwithstanding your wishes, however, you might be plagued by phone calls, visitors, and people wanting advice or help. Don't fight it, go with the flow. Take care of what you need to and then spend the evening alone. Everyone has days like this. Cancer, too much good food, good wine, and good conversation. Not that any of this is undesirable, but that you may be suffering from overload right now. Maybe you'd better get some rest and give your brain some time to sort through all the information you've taken in. Now you're probably having difficulty processing it all. Don't worry, in the morning you'll be able to remember anything that's important. Leo, you usually don't mind being alone. In fact, you enjoy your own company. Tonight you are going to crave companionship. You could have an impromptu party in your kitchen, perhaps involving friends who are also business associates. Some fascinating conversations could take place about business and intellectual matters, as well as some deeper subjects that keep you thinking for hours or days. Virgo, this is the day to listen and observe. There is a lot to learn from what's going on around you. You might be surprised at the impact of it all. Too much talk now could prove fruitless and even set you back in some way, especially if the talk is used to hide your insecurities. Keep your eyes and ears open. Tomorrow, you can share what you learn. Libra, are you going out tonight with friends who mean a lot to you? You might be tempted to eat and drink too much and spend too much money. Usually you have a pretty strong stomach, but this isn't the day to overindulge in partying. Go out for a little while, but then invite your friends to your house for coffee. That way, you will feel good about the evening when you wake up tomorrow. Scorpio, what's driving you today? Why do you feel an obsessive need to get all your work done at once? If you're trying to impress someone, there is no need. Others already hold you in high regard. If the project you're working on is urgent, get some help. Don't try to do it all by yourself unless you want to be stressed out to accomplish anything tomorrow. Talk about counterproductivity. Sagittarius, if you're attending a class tonight, do something frivolous for the rest of the day. Read romance novels instead of great literature. Otherwise, by the time you get to class, you will already be suffering from intellectual overload and absorb very little of what you hear. Keep yourself hungry for knowledge until you get there. That way, you will learn quickly and retain a lot. Capricorn, the desire to stay home and rest tonight might conflict with a need to go out with your friends. You may be too stressed to pull up with gossip or to even have intellectual stimulation. Tell your friends you will go out with them another time. All signs indicate that this is the wisest course for now. Relax with some hot chocolate and watch some movies. Aquarius, there will be a light-hearted, almost silly energy in the air today. The universe is encouraging you to give up your iron grip on that list of responsibilities and have some fun. Picture all the pressure you put on yourself as a ball and chain that you need to unshackle. There is no reason to take yourself so seriously all the time. Pisces, plans to attend a lecture may have to be postponed because someone who's going with you feels under the weather. Overindulgence in food or drink may be the reason. This could be something you've wanted to attend for a long time, so make sure you know when and where the event will take place again. Either that or ply your friend with antics and go anyway. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, 22nd April 2025. Do have yourself a great day.
Beautiful morning, DBS family. Of course, we're back here after an amazing, well rested, very holy, I'm hoping, Easter weekend, of course. Welcome back to regular scheduled programming with us here on DBS this morning. Now, we have a fantastic show lined up for you guys. But before we get into that, let's see what happened over the weekend and over the course of last week as well. Let's head over to the news desk. Let's see what they have for us.
Good morning. Welcome to the news desk. A new session of the Parliament of St. Lucia commences today, Tuesday, April 22nd, with the opening ceremony scheduled for 10 a.m., followed by the throne speech at 11 a.m., delivered by Governor General His Excellency Sir Cyril Errol Charles. And later today at 5 p.m., Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Philip J. Pierre, will present the 2025-2026 Appropriations Bill or the Budget Address. The proposed national budget totals $2.057 billion. That is the largest financial allocation in the country's history. This year's budget is said to be focusing on infrastructure development, healthcare, citizen security, economic stabilization, social development, and job creation. The Prime Minister is also expected to highlight several key achievements of the past fiscal year, including record low unemployment, a rate of 10.8%, 3 years of primary surplus, and 4 consecutive years of economic growth above 3%. The Appropriations Bill debate is scheduled to follow on Thursday, the 24th of April, and Friday, the 25th of April. St. Lucian trade officials are raising concerns over rising U.S. tariffs and their potential impact on the island's key exports like sea moss and agricultural goods. At a press conference, the officials warned that higher retail prices in the U.S. could hurt demand and may increase retail prices in the long run. They also address interventions being made both locally and regionally.
The actual retail price would depend on a number of factors. Sometimes the business persons might find it might not be a good idea to pass on all because it might affect their competitiveness. So that might cause them to sort of reduce the pass-through of the price to the consumer, which may get all or may not get all, depending on local circumstances. But we know the price of the good itself to the importer has gone up. As to whether he passes all or part of it to the consumer is an internal decision.
The Environmental and Social Impact Assessment draft report on the island's geothermal exploration drilling project, it has been completed and the public is invited to provide comments by Wednesday, 30th April.
The ESIA, Environmental and Social Impact Assessment, looks at how the project is going to affect its surroundings, both the environment and the people who live in the area surrounding the project. So we're looking at how the project can negatively impact those elements.
That's a wrap from the news desk. Have yourselves a fantastic day. I'm Lisa Joseph.
Thanks, news desk. Of course, we'll be right back. Stick with us. It's DBS this morning. Welcome back to DBS this morning. Now, for our first feature, we caught up, Maureen specifically caught up our team with Jadir, a Kudandaro who's practicing indigenous therapy. Now, I know that sounds very interesting for you guys. Stick around. Let's find out what he has to say and what he does with his practice.
Now, our job takes us on many places, many routes, but some of them are more exciting than others. For me, the one we're about to enter into now is something that is, it is something that I'm passionate about because I am also a certified masseuse, yes, esthetician and masseuse. And I have this thing for natural healing. I believe in it. I grew up in this. I understand, the correlation between our bodies and nature and being able to harness the things of the natural sources to be able to redirect it into our bodies as healing. So I don't know, there's something there that makes sense to me. I may not have studied it in depthly, but this gentleman here is the expert in that regard. Jadir here is Dominican, and this is not my first time encountering Jadir, but I did promise I was going to sit down with him a little further because his in-depth knowledge and his experience practicing this for some time now I think we definitely need to find out a little bit more about what it is Jadir does. So Jadir, I am very honored. Thank you for accommodating us in your space, in your sacred space. So we appreciate that. But we appreciate that the fact that we caught you in that element as well, because it's such a holistic approach to when we talk about healing. So let's talk about what it is that you do. You have a name for it, and I can't pronounce it. So you're going to tell us what the name is.
Okay, so my name is Jadir Agung Marcel. I'm actually from Dominica. I'm Pat Kalinago. So I am a curandero. So what curandero means, it basically means a person who heals, a healer. Right? So my grandfather, who was a shaman from Suriname, well, basically, he was living in French Guyana, but I know he was Surinamese for sure. And he, as a shaman, trained me as a curandero, because I don't want to go too much into spirituality stuff, basically, as a shaman, because, I'm Muslim. So as a curandero, I learn herbs, I learn body manipulation, I learn breathing techniques, stretching techniques, baths and stuff like that. You understand? So as a curandero, you have to know the whole slate. Although there are curandero who are just for maybe doing childbirth and related women stuff, and there are curandero basically who just deal with the portion of the death. Right. And there are curanderos who deal with people who have spiritual sickness and stuff like that. But my part, I am basically into the herbs, into the therapy, the body manipulation. Right. So basically what I do as a curandero, I look for people who have strokes, who had stroke, who had car accidents, who had severe accidents, who had sprain and stuff like that. Sports people, that is who I look for. You understand? To help them. Yes, that's my target audience. Even children who have minor problems and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter the age of the person. As long as you're in my niche, I will know what to do,
Right. So let me tell you, is it a spiritually connective thing, or based on what is happening and your study of the body, you know what to apply, what technique to apply to be able to get relief? How does it work? How do you work?
Well, I, as a curandero, for me, well, not for me, but what I train as is, it always starts spiritually, then physically, because you cannot start from the outside and then go inside. You have to start from inside and go outside. Yeah. You understand? Most curandero, they will go and do their sacrifices. They maybe go pray to whoever they want to pray. But because I'm Muslim, I do my fasting, I do my prayers as a Muslim, and then I will come and administer whatever that I have to do. You understand? Yeah. And I never start my work without saying Bismillah, which is all praises to Allah. You understand? So once I do that, then I have the key to start doing what I have to do. You understand? So yes.
Oh, that is in some interesting. So that look like I bite out more than I can chew here this morning, but I do have a sprain, so we're going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to ask you what your success rate is. We have an opportunity for you now to put your thing into practice. I'll give you a time to pray, and we can definitely put it into practice. But how can persons source your expertise? I mean, you're here on the island of St. Lucia now, so if persons are interested in probably reaching out to you and finding out how it is, they might have some issues. They might want to contact you on. How can persons reach you, and what is your mode of operation?
Well, for now, I'm doing house calls. So if someone needs me, they can reach me at my number, you understand, which is 461-2733. And I also have my business cards. I can always offer you the business card to share. And
is it a Lucian number?
Yes, it's a St. Lucian number. It's a St. Lucian number. So once you contact me, I come and I do house calls. So it depends on what the person has. You understand? If the person has a sprain or accident, whatever, we're going to do it. First of all, as I said, I do herbal stuff. As a curandero, you have to do herbs. So basically, we go use a little bit of herbs, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of manipulation techniques. It all depends on what the person has, because everybody is different. I could have two clients in the same household, and I have to do two different sessions for them. Now, whereas a normal physio or normal masseuse will come and just do 45 minutes. No, that's not how we do it. We do it until we get results for that certain time. So basically, your session could be an hour. It all depends on what we are looking for. Yeah.
Wow. Sounds interesting, guys. So you give that number again, please, because let me tell you, there's a lot of people that might need your expertise. So just give your number again.
461-2733.
Right. If you're having any issues, or you may not even know you need Jadir, but ponder upon it, and see if you need the gentleman and give him a call.
keeping in touch with our DBS family over at the National String Orchestra, we caught up with them with an initiative that they have ongoing with the Bolivar Republic of Venezuela in St. Lucia. The kids, they're fostering them in the talent of music, and of course, let's see what they're doing with that.
Oh, we are here again. And remember, from the very first day, we had that conversation. We made a promise, and we stick to our promise. We don't make any empty promises. We promised we were going to stick with the National School String Orchestra, and also Mrs. Tench over there. We were supporting her team over at the Bishop Charles Combined as well. So I am very, 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 very elated to see that so much continues to happen, and you guys continue to push. Silverina, Mrs. Howard, a lot has been going on, and we're here now. I mean, the Easter break is on, and there's something happening. So can you enlighten us?
All right, so we have a difference in our Easter workshop, in that we have a collaboration with all or most of the music entities in St. Lucia. So we have the school's choir, the National Schools Choir. We have Gifted Hands coming in with the National String Orchestra. We have students from various schools like SMC, and we have teachers from different places as well. And the collaboration comes under the Venezuelan embassy. So the vision was to put everybody who is musically inclined and has that ambition, the singers, musicians, put them under one umbrella for this workshop. And so we have instruments, and we have voice and different components of music being displayed here. So we're coming together with the intention that this would be the foundation of music excellence in St. Lucia. Yes.
And maybe, of course, when you find all of the faculties and you pull them under the umbrella, you could put on in future a wonderful, like a showcasing of all of the brilliance that we have within the music world.
So we are looking at Thursday, 24th of April, 2025, and we are going to be putting on a concert. Yes, so you will see a showcase of the talents of the young musicians and singers in St. Lucia, and it will be very exciting. I'm interested to see how this plays out. Everybody, of course, has similar interests in music, that is, and we are starting today, and we are going straight through. So we have sessions in the mornings and on afternoons at the Castries Comprehensive Secondary School.
From an organizing perspective, from a musical inclined person who is very passionate about the music industry on the land, what does that mean for the space?
Okay, so under the ambassador of Venezuela, she is also very passionate about music. She has had that vision from last year, and hopefully when you speak to her, you will get a little more insight in that, on that. So what we would like to do is to just develop something on a national level when it comes to music. So it will not stop here. The intention is to start off here and then allow things to grow. So we will still be working under different, in the different organizations, however, with a similar goal at heart. Yes.
I absolutely love that. I think it's time now to tap in with the ambassador to get her take on, it's a brainchild, you said. Absolutely. So we'll do just that. But Silverina, all the best and thank you.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Borgan Ascanio, violinista, director y bueno, soy miembro del Sistema Nacional de Orquestas Infantiles y Juveniles de Venezuela, ya por 50 años que cumplimos en este aniversario. Yo tengo casi los 50 años y bueno, feliz por esta invitación que nos acaban de hacer acá en la isla de Santa Lucía para trabajar con los niños de esta región.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Lauri Márquez, violinista. Formo parte del sistema desde hace 40 años y como profesora tengo 30 años enseñando niños en el violín.
And today we have the honor to share our experiences with the children of San Lucia. We have 3 special invited guests, or 3 musicians from Venezuela. Some of them have more than 40 years of experience teaching another group. And the beautiful things in Venezuela is at the same time when you are teaching another group, at the same time you are part of another band or orchestra. And they have a lot of challenge in different parts of the world, but in St. Lucia particularly, because you have a lot of talent, and not only with instruments, also with voices. And the voice is amazing. And they wanted to do this time, for first time, a combination with the string orchestra and choir. And this one is the plan for this week, the Easter break. We decided to do in this moment because the children are free and the children can come to Castile Comprehensive Secondary School. We are very grateful with the principal that always is helping us with this kind of event.
What is the ultimate goal? What do you hope to derive from, initiatives of that sort?
Well, the idea is to continue this kind of exchange with our teachers and your teachers, because in St. Lucia, a lot of teachers are teaching music in the entire schools. This part of your curriculum. And also, after school programs, you have a lot of programs like Pearl Tench has in Marchand School. And of course, students from the School of Music and the different children that needs this kind of exchange. And I think it will be better for all of them. Also, the teachers, they can be motivated. They can be, they can be excited to be part of a good group. And in the future, you never know, they will be a professional in that.
I totally agree.
Hey, St. Lucia, what's up? It's your friendly neighborhood BweelzFit man with not just a regular workout. However, I just come to, how you can say it, run my mouth. Run my mouth in what aspect? About you, about me, about our living, about our lifestyle. You know what days and times we're living in, and everybody's all over the place and eating what we want. Again, there really so many diseases out there. Look at a new disease come out. I can't remember the name of it. But again, it all boils down to us, how we protect ourselves. Again, the government don't have to come on the TV and tell us, wash your hands, wash your face, all these things. That's the fundamental of us living. We're supposed to do these things on a daily basis. Our eating habits, we're supposed to know how to eat properly, sleep, rest. A lot of negative things we are doing is our sleeping aspect of our lives. We're going to bed late, getting up early, getting up and the sun is already out. This is affecting us. I don't even know the word to use, how bad this is. There's a specific time we're supposed to go to bed, and also a specific time we're supposed to wake up, and that our eyes have to be in contact with the light. You understand? So we're getting sick. We're getting ourselves sick, and we don't even know that. We're going to bed at a certain time, 1 o'clock in the morning, drinking energy drinks, drinking coffee, altering our sleep pattern and methods. And all these things will create stress for us. All these things will give us cancer, depression, all this sickness, apart from the regular sickness we're getting from touching places or people sneezing on us. We're adding our own mental sickness to ourselves. And how can we cure our mental sickness? By our own mental focus. Taking time to breathe, relax. Take a time and smell the flowers. You understand? Take a drive down south and listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Think. What if? What if? Should I? Should I not? You understand? We're too busy in social media and letting AIs think for us. The good book said to study to show yourself approved. How many times have we taken our own book to read about 7 weird and to read for ourselves. You understand? We have to be knowledgeable of everything that's transpiring around us. We also have to be knowledgeable about the foods that we put in our system. What can make us, what can break us. Again, there are a lot of diets and all these things going on, taking our money. Here, I don't even sell diet plans anymore because what may work for me may not work for you or for somebody else. I cannot tell you to do a keto plan. I cannot tell you to go on fast because I tell you go on fast and you have stomach ulcers and you get sick because you're fasting for the wrong reasons. It's not going to work. To every action, there is a consequence. We have to know what we're about. We have only one body and we have to take care of it. Be more conscious of what we're taking in, what we're putting into our body, what we're consuming. Also, be careful what we spew out from our mouths with our tongue. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. You understand? We have no idea how powerful our tongue is. Even in a jovial manner, it can be dangerous. You understand? People, we are living perilous times, dangerous times. So, one way you can protect yourself is protecting your mindset. Make better decisions with your life, with your diet, with the people around you. It's all about you and the way you think. Again, everybody can speak to you, give you advice, but it's for you to accept it. Imagine, remember, you're going for a breakup and all your friends telling you, oh, this and that, you get all kind of advice. At the end of the day, we may not take the advice. It's us on our own for us to remain focused and take the initiative, take the step and say, it is done, it is finished. You understand? We are the protectors of ourselves. I don't know who or what you all believe in, but I know who or what I believe in, and I know what works for me. So you have to find out what works for you and put it all together for us to try to live a decent life. We are not there forever. You understand? We are not there forever. But you want the information, the wisdom and knowledge you have to pass on. Because wisdom is not for yourself. It is for it to be passed on. So the little knowledge that I have, I'm trying to pass it on. You are not being forced. Everybody have a choice. And as long as we are alive, it is a learning experience. We have a choice. You understand? Let's make the best of it and live a clean, fit, and focused lifestyle. Despite all that, if you come to the gym, whether it's BweelzFit lifestyle or Sufre's gym or 24 hours or Grease Energy or Mac Mirage gym or Goofy's gym, whichever gym you decide to go to, let's just make it a fit and focused lifestyle. However, at BweelzFit lifestyle, we get fit and rip even while trying. Take care.
Of course, DBS family, this now comes to the end of DBS This Morning for today, Tuesday. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's selections. For those of you out there, champion your health, contact Jadir and see what he could do for you. For those of you with kids who want to be interested in some music, contact the National String Orchestra and see how they can assist you along with the Venezuelan Republic. All right? And guys, I hope as well you stuck around long enough to do, well, if you're here now, you probably did do some workouts with Bweelz as well. All right? Of course, guys, enjoy your Tuesday, champion the day today, and see you right back here on DBS This Morning, same time, same place. All right? Do have a wonderful day. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It's Hum Day. Stick around.